Proximity Kimuksimi Ulla Kishana Outlook Town, then the Harmony Kurua and Amana Slow Town, that's the Proximity would Kauman Kaun number 1 hour, Ikapon, 1,000. Mana Udlumio Ikakang Nimako Nick Town and it to Nertu, Cookie and 9 Nation. Eman narunangit gininga man udzo narunangit to Kayamanakto. Udlunga tawang na poktono sa ulat to tayo man wala man.
Kaya malaking karotunga. Kaya udya ka sila. Kano'y nabalok si mga ramanga. Tanali udya kasi malaki takasikin. Taban tayo mga tabanin yung tawag tana. Udya kasi malaki takasikin. Tabang anak kasugo kami. Sukat-sukat kami karuan lang kami. Wala waterap tinido. Kisiyali. Kaya bakit yan parok sa mga tanan na naman. Kaya ba ubaruni pa uwa tapawa. Ubarparok sa mga alungay tapawa. Bakit parok sa mga tanan na naman. Isa mga katako. Kaya ba tagataan na ukaw sa kanya malaki katakataan sa kanya. Sila.
Nunak yobot kijak luk palangan asi naligala ciumat kangen lalo no mga kakao nga syukui ngita kakijane kawi si penyuma si penak apa nga nanubulik mau nga sama ano nipekat talak si mangalawangat nunak yobotan na kasi naligala si manok tilugo mau nga daw yamit siya nga takay manok ti sakit
Sakit tayo ako si Tito ang ito. Sukay ma nung nakikitlok pa naman sakit pa unak pa dito ng ano aking nga nagsarang mago. Ako si bad kakto. Yung karo kakatiyak po ko yung naman siya. Di man nasanga yung kurugaruan. Kasi ano, ang naksangin na pangon nagtupakaw ko. Ayaw ko na pagkayap sa diyong ayaw saktaw na kamarit ko. Ang niyo piniglo. Manalang minatot sa kuya wala ko ma. Kung kaya kang niyakangan. Tamag ko, at yung naktangin. Ikong nga doon, iman na wala ko sa mayakaruan. Kaya man na yung nila kami. Ang wala ko sa mga migata. Amang marala sa mga kuta. Tamag ko, udlo ko yan. Ang makanoy liwatak sa malakit ko. Sila kanoy liwatak. Ila nuna kanoy liwatak sa malakit. Saya menawurak sebagai iman aja ngawadat ini. Abang ngadu lagi iman dapat dua saya kerap iman aja kaya ngarak sebut. Jauh ngadu ini tu. Anu kita nak mangak pada kuih ini anu.
Wang dia ketia untuk tuaru sama itu kau dunia dikisu yak tuhayu yang nama sahaja tu ni ambil abang sahaja mengatin ni. Ano ka diya ro so ni tayo na ano ka yung ito ro so may yotan na tawag na ano ka sangiyo aro magayon na so ni tawag na to man na sila ko yon do nilo wag niyo aji pa do aro.
Who better to tell about the dramatic effects of global warming than the people in the high Arctic, where climate change is changing land and sea faster than anywhere else on Earth? It's where poisonous mercury, for example, is leaching into fish. They say we should slow down eating our traditional diet, but this is our traditional food. We can't just stop eating it. But a lot of scientific Arctic research doesn't bother to tell Inuit stories. This geography professor says that should change.
We said, do what you do at this particular season, and we will go with you and we will bring cameras.
Ian Morrow just co-produced the world's first documentary about climate change in the Arctic in Inuit language. Together with filmmaker Zacharias Canuck of Fast Runner fame, they're pioneering a new way to do academic research with video technology.
We made a film and people are telling their own perspectives, they're telling their own stories, and that really inverses the kind of dominant way of doing research.
and film festivals worldwide have noticed.
We chose Kaperang Aduk because it is a very important piece about what's happening right now with climate change.
But the professor's approach wasn't always popular with faculty members.
With past films that I've made, there has been resistance from the university community specifically about whether or not filmmaking is actually research.
He had to prove filmmaking is legitimate research, can be peer-reviewed, and make genuine discoveries. For instance, it's now the dominant view global warming is killing off polar bears, but many Inuit see it differently.
Inuit are saying that while polar bears may be affected by climate change, it's not necessarily all bad.
The bears, they say, are adapting by feeding closer to shore. And adaptation, say Inuit, may be something they'll have to do too. Mikhailo Prastupa, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Welcome to our podcast, where we cover unique and interesting stories for you. In this episode, we will discuss shifting of magnetic North Pole, moving from Canada to the Arctic and Siberia. Earth's magnetic North Pole is on the move. It is traveling eastwards and has moved from northern Canada to the Arctic. It is now going towards Russia and at an extremely fast speed. This change is affecting our smartphones as well. What's going on? It all comes down to the principles of electromagnetic extremely fast speed. This change is affecting our smartphones as well. What's going on? It all comes down to the principles of electromagnetism. The magnetic North Pole is the point to which... Welcome to our podcast, where we cover unique and interesting stories for you. In this episode, we will discuss shifting of magnetic North Pole, moving from Canada to the Arctic and Siberia. Earth's magnetic North Pole is on the move. It is traveling eastwards and has moved from northern Canada to the Arctic. It is now going towards Russia and at an extremely fast speed. This change is affecting our smartphones as well. What's going on? It all comes down to the principles of electromagnetism. The magnetic North Pole is the point to which a compass needle aligns. In the outer core at the center of our planet, there is a vast amount of molten iron. When the Earth spins and moves around the Sun, this iron moves and produces a magnetic field. This activity leads to the creation of two main currents, north and south. This is known as Earth's geodynamo system. From the 1830s, the north magnetic pole of Earth has shifted a whopping 2,250 kilometers. Its speed has accelerated in the past few decades. As per a 2020 study, between 1990 and 2005, the rate of pole movement went from less than 15 kilometers per year to around 50 to 60 kilometers per year. At this current rate, it will travel up by 660 kilometers towards Siberia over the next decade, scientists say. Global geomagnetic field modeler for the British Geological Survey, Dr. William Brown, told The Independent that the magnetic pole is believed to have resided in northern Canada for centuries. However, it traveled towards the Arctic Ocean by the 1990s and is en route towards Russia. According to the 2020 study, a change in the pattern of flow in Earth's interior occurred between 1970 and 1999. The Canadian blob then became elongated and couldn't hold on to the magnetosphere. This is what is driving the shift towards Siberia. Brown says the speed of the movement was about 55 kilometers per year till the end of 2010. However, as it approaches Siberia, it has again slowed down and is traveling at a speed of 25 kilometers. This has been the trend for the last 5 years. How this affects humans on Earth is the way our smartphones work. Global positioning system and other satellite-based radio navigation systems would need to be fixed. The navigation systems might become useless if appropriate changes aren't made. The World Magnetic Model, designed by the BGS along with the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, will work to fix it. It will recommend the necessary changes that need to be made in the compasses on our smartphones.